Warning: Dungeons & Dragons contains material that is not suitable for children, people with heart conditions, weak-minded individuals, or anyone easily offended. If you are included in that list, then please stop watching this video now, for your own safety. Everyone else, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video.
Hello, welcome back to Invitation to Party, the scoundrels of Waterdeep. Our heroes, after very deftly making their way through the caves of Undermountain, with the deck being uncharacteristically forgiving. I gotta, retool this thing. Normally it's on my side, but so be it. Honestly, real talk, y'all. The next four were red. So we should draw for the fight now with the things, right?
No, let's play D&D.
Oh, okay. Well, apparently we ought, at least on occasions, had played Dungeons and Additional Dragons.
Yeah.
As you see here, G4TV seems to forget the reason they have a Dungeons & Dragons stream on Twitch: to play Dungeons & Dragons. Well, there is good reason they have no idea why they are streaming in the Dungeons & Dragons category.
I am a pompous asshole.
No, Frosk, that is not the only reason, but because G4TV doesn't even know what Dungeons & Dragons is.
Both of you roll a D8 for me.
This one? I think this is...
Yeah, it's the one that's shaped like a diamond.
You would think with Hasbro sponsoring these streams as they are, Dungeons & Dragons Presents Invitation to Party, the participants, we can't call them players, should know what the dice are, but even in the 10th stream, some are unaware. Could there be some reason for this other than trying to replace Critical Role with G4TV?
Our next question is coming from the line of Mike King with Goldman Sachs. Hey, great. Thank you very much for the question. I was just wondering if you could talk a little bit more about some of the puts and takes in the Wizards business over the next couple of years. Specifically, what are some of the key things creating tough comps for 2021? Is it some of the digital deliveries? I think there was a Dungeons & Dragons game, and then I think it was Dark Alliance. And are you guys on track to deliver a new D&D game over, each year over the next couple of years? Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, Mike. I'll take this one. So on the tabletop side of the business, we predict more historical norm growth after an extraordinary 2021. A big function of that is last year we had 6 of what we call premier releases, which are our large Magic set releases versus 5 historically. This year we'll also have 6, but you're comping those 2, so it's more about base underlying growth in the business and the user base. On the digital side of the house, last year we had Dark Alliance, which shipped at the end of Q2, beginning of Q3, and then so we won't be comping that this year. And then we also had Magic: The Gathering Online, which is our older or our original digital trading card game that we've converted to a license model as opposed to an owned and operating model, and that'll be operated by our partners at Daybreak Studios. So those two create some headwinds that Arena and continued growth in our digital RPG business will continue to work against. Longer term, we expect to have a new release, at least one every year, starting in 2023 through the foreseeable future. Our 2023 release will likely be in the back half of the year, and then we'll be sharing more details on what those future releases are, likely in the second half of 2022.
What you just heard was an excerpt of the February 7th, 2022 Hasbro earnings call. Notice Goldman Sachs asked specifically about Dungeons & Dragons, and while it was in regards to digital deliveries, the answer included Magic: The Gathering physical tabletop product, and then only mentions that D&D will be a video game a year starting in 2023. As mentioned in my previous video about Cynthia Williams taking over as president of Wizards of the Coast, she specialized in digital gaming. This means you can probably expect physical RPG products to be an afterthought in the future, as you may have heard Dungeon Craft and Nerd Immersion speak of. Dungeons & Dragons was mentioned in the earnings call for Q4 2021, a total of 8 times, and each one was in regards to digital, and RPG was only mentioned once. This means that G4TV and Frosk are the future of D&D, along with mobile games and other video games. If you enjoyed playing tabletop role-playing games, then you better get your fill before D&D's 50th anniversary, because we are entering Ted from Nerd Immersion's darkest timeline. You of course already know what you will be told if you are not happy with only having digital products like video games, skit shows like Invitation to Party, movies, and vulgar fake anime like Legends of Vox Machina on Amazon Prime by Critical Role, replacing the tabletop RPG.
If you don't like it, don't watch it.
So that being said, I would like to close this video with a song I wrote as an ode to WotC. It is set to the tune of Hoyt Axton's rendition of Good Old Rebel. Good Old Grognard, written by Shadzar, and sung by a text-to-speech engine. Oh, I'm a good old Grognard. Now that's just what I am. And for this WotC gaming, I do not give a damn. I'm glad I fought against her. I only wish we'd won. I ain't asked any pardon for anything I've done. I hates the WotC designers and everything they do. I hates the bastardization of role-playing too. I hates the combat wheelchair. 'Tis dripping with victimhood. I hates the critical role and fought all I could. I played advanced D&D for 40 years about, got wounded by AD4, but never chased the clout. I roll my stats 3d6, straight down the rows. I kill Tuckers, kobolds, and I'd like to kill some more. All the games from WotC are nothing but a bust. We played many campaigns before they conquered us. They cosplay now on Twitch streams and are worshipped by J. Scott. They think that this is gaming, but in truth it's not. I can't pick up my DMG and fight them down no more, but I ain't gonna love them now that is certain sure. And I don't want no pardon for what I was in M. I won't be reconstructed, and I do not give a damn. Oh, I'm a good old Grognard. Now that's just what I am. And for this WotC gaming, I do not give a damn. I'm glad I fought against her. I only wish we'd won. I ain't asked any pardon for anything I've done. I ain't asked any pardon for anything I've done.